If you're an independent content creator, I've got news for you. You need a marketing plan. How are you going to get your show out there? Even more importantly, you need to steer clear of some common marketing mistakes. In this episode, we're telling you the 3 biggest marketing mistakes that podcasters make when starting a show and how to fix them. If you're new here, my name is Maribel Quesada Smith. I'm a video and podcast producer, and on this Squadcast channel, we help you level up your remote recording so that you can create better podcasts and video content from anywhere in the world. Hold it! Before we get to the good stuff, make sure you're subscribed to our channel. We don't want you to miss a video. Here we go. The 3 marketing mistakes podcasters make and how to fix them. First up, mistake number 1, missing out on in-app opportunities. One of the best ways to reach new audiences is to get featured on podcast listening apps. Think Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, Castbox, Overcast, Pocket Cast, and many more. That's where you go to find new shows to listen to a lot of the time, right? Many of the ones I just mentioned actually have submissions forms. Now, it's definitely not a guarantee that you'll be selected, but it's absolutely worth keeping these tabs bookmarked and submitting to them when you've got a new show or series out. We'll link to the forms in the description of this video, but keep in mind that they are constantly being updated. So for the latest info, you should subscribe to the podcast marketing newsletters, also in the description. As you submit to these forms, know that they're looking for high-quality shows that are buzzy and newsworthy. What about your show is different from others in your category? Highlight that key differentiator. Another question they'll ask is, why should your podcast be featured now? Maybe you have a guest who has a new book out, or maybe you're celebrating your 100th episode. Think of a milestone or a reason to celebrate and build your pitch off of that. Marketing mistake number 2, not setting up promo swaps and other collaborations. When you listen to your favorite podcast, you probably hear the host take a break and say something like, "We want to tell you about another show that we love and we think you'll enjoy too. It's 99% invisible, and because we talk about design on our show, there's a lot of overlap with their show. Check it out wherever you get your podcasts." That's just an example. These cross promos will run on each show's feed with the goal to bring their audience over to your show and your audience over to their show. The reason these promo swaps are so effective is because you're hitting potential listeners where they are, primed to listen. You already know that they love podcasts. You already know that they know how to access podcasts. So you're just giving them another podcast to add to their list. Plus, if you recommend a show that your listeners end up loving, they will trust you more. Podcasting is a very collaborative medium, and locking down promo swaps is a way to spread the love of podcasts. In a recent video, we talked about how to find podcasters to set up promo swaps. Check that out. And in this episode description, we'll also include a promo swap database where you can make the connections even faster. The 3rd marketing mistake that podcasters make is not using tracking links when posting on social media. It can be really tough to bring people over from social media to your podcast. Why? When they're scrolling mindlessly on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, they're probably not looking for a recommendation right then. They'd be in their favorite podcast listening app if they wanted something to listen to right now. While they're on social, they're usually just sort of scrolling, posting, or engaging. And if your post that's promoting your latest episode catches their eye, maybe it'll make an impact and they'll make a mental note to check it out later. On some occasions, your post will hit at the right time for someone and they're gonna wanna check it out right now. If that's the case, you're gonna wanna know why that post worked at that time. That's what a tracking link does. It allows you to gather data so that you know you posted about your show on Twitter at, say, 5 p.m. and the post had a video attached. Then you can theorize that the video did a great job grabbing the attention of your listener. To create a tracking link, consider a service like Bitly or Chartable. What this will allow you to do is check your dashboard on one of those services and see if people are clicking. You can then use that knowledge to plan out your future social media marketing posts. Should you include videos? Should you include images? Let the data tell you. Don't make the same marketing mistakes that many podcasters are caught up in. You have the power to make an impact right here and right now if you follow the formula that we just gave you. Let's review. Number 1, make sure you're submitting your show to be featured on podcast listening apps. Number 2, set up promo swaps and other collaborations with other podcasters. And number 3, use a tracking link when you're posting a link to your episode on social media. Thanks for tuning in. We'd love to know in the comments how things are going for you, marketing-wise. Let us know what's working, where are you struggling, and we'll help you out. Until next time, happy podcast marketing.